Hello, welcome to our virtual mini lesson on using research databases for the ninth grade mythology project. We first of all want to make sure that everyone remembers our steps in our research task. We've already completed step 1. Hopefully you have found your myth or hero story from another modern or ancient culture. Now we're moving on to steps 2 and 3. We're going to determine the cultural values that our story emphasizes or teaches, and this could be through your own critical thinking and analyzing the story, as well as any research that you may find as we begin getting into our research task today, or a combination of both. Third, our assignment is to research those cultural ideals and explain how the myth or hero story that you've selected exemplifies the values of that culture. Our topics that we'll cover in today's mini lesson include accessing the research guide, telling you a little bit about EasyBib and how to sign up for our school account so that you have access to all the bells and whistles. If you already have an EasyBib account that you may have used in middle school, we'll show you how to apply the coupon code. We're going to talk about logging into Mac and VIA, why and how we're going to do that. And then the bulk of our mini lesson will focus on giving you a tour of the library research databases. How do we go about searching them? What if you need a print-friendly copy? How might you email it to yourself? How do we get the citation for that source and put it into our EasyBib account? And how do we find the true URL or link? Because these do not work like a regular website since we pay to have access to these resources. So let's just jump right in and get started. As we tour the databases, I want to encourage you to jot down notes with the graphic organizer that I've provided you. Some of this note taking will be in the form of checking off something. Others will be more open-ended where you can jot down notes to yourself. So we invite you to listen closely and take notes as you follow along since most of this content is new for you. We're going to begin by navigating to the research guide. You can do this by going to the Chattahoochee homepage, scrolling down to the section called Breaking News, and then clicking on New Media Center homepage. Go ahead and click Continue, and you'll now land on our primary website, the Hooch Learning Studio. This is where you can learn all of the cool and interesting things that are happening in the library. You can also get information and answers to frequently asked questions. So we want to encourage you to follow and subscribe to our Media Center site and blog. Our other website is hosted at LibGuides, and this is going to be our place where you can get research guides for all of your projects that involve some form of research. We're going to click on that from the Library Resources link on the far right. Once you land there, you're now on our LibGuides site, and in the box on the left column, you'll see all of our current projects in progress that we're doing with teachers. Our project will be sitting up here at the top for Myth, Story, and Culture, so go ahead and select that. You can also access this guide with the shortcut URL that we've placed on your note-taking sheet. On our project guide, you will find assignment information, although keep in mind that the calendar and the due dates and work checks are specific to Mr. White's assignment. Please check with Ms. Garth for the information that's specific to your class. We have our page that hopefully you've already been navigating to find your myths and stories. Today we're going to focus on the EasyBib page and show you how to sign up for that. And then we'll also focus on the database, ebook, and print material page. And this is where we will live. Please keep in mind that if you would like additional tutorial videos for any of the resources that we are going to see today, all you have to do is to click on the sub page and you can get more advanced and detailed instruction after hours. All of these videos are hosted on YouTube and are accessible 24/7 on campus or at home. So we're going to focus primarily on these pages today. So let's start with EasyBib. To sign up for EasyBib or to access your account if you already have one and apply our existing coupon code, you're going to click on the special link that we have provided you. If you are brand new and have never created an EasyBib account, signing up is simple. Fill in your name, an email of your choice, and a password of your choice. The password should be at least 6 characters. If you are already an existing EasyBib user, you'll want to copy this coupon code and then go log into your account. If you already have an EasyBib account, once you sign in, you can go to Settings and edit your profile, or go to the coupon code section and apply the coupon code that you copied from the previous page. If you need assistance upgrading your account, please let me know. Otherwise, this process should be very simple for those of you who are brand new users. Once you log into EasyBib, please go to My Projects, and then we're going to create a new project. So you're just going to give your project a school appropriate name. I'm going to call mine maybe just 3rd period mythology research. You can be more specific if you would like, otherwise you can keep it general. You do not have to choose a subject, and you do not have to put what you're writing about. Please leave it at MLA style and hit create. Now open the bibliography, and you now not only have an EasyBib account and a project folder set up for this assignment, but you're ready to begin adding citations for articles that you're going to be skimming and scanning the next few days. We're now going to return to our database page. What we're going to do now, before we begin clicking on the links to the different online libraries, also known as databases, is to log into the McInVia portal. We do this for 2 reasons. One, so that we can access all of these online resources without having to re-enter passwords over and over. But secondly, logging into Mackin ensures that our school receives credit for the usage of these resources. This hopefully will result in more funding for even more resources for the upcoming school year. To log into McInVia, you can click on this link, and you're going to need to log in with your Windows login. So whatever you use as your user ID and your password to log into the computers here on campus, that is what you will enter to log into McInVia. Please make sure that you select Chattahoochee High as your school and then log in. If you've used McInVia in the past in middle school, then you know that this is a place where you can access digital resources. If you're looking for ebooks, you can access them and view or download them onto your mobile device, and you can do this quite easily using the free Mackin mobile map, and we have put a link to that on the research guide. So if you want to get that free mobile app, we've got instructions to help you do that. In the past, you may have also used the database filter to have navigated a long list of online libraries or research databases. This is fine if you know all 33 databases really well, but for most of us, a lot of these resources are brand new. We are not going to access the research databases in this manner. We are simply using Mackin at this point to authenticate or log us into all of those databases without having to type in passwords. Once you've logged in, simply leave this window open unless you do want to go and search for ebooks. Otherwise, leave the window open and return to the research guide. Now we're ready to begin exploring the research databases. We're going to begin with Britannica Online School Edition. This is a great substitute for Wikipedia to get general information about your topic. I would suggest that you begin searching, either looking for something maybe a little bit about the tradition of mythology for the culture or country that your story comes from. If you are doing a specific story that's well known, then you may also want to search for information about that particular myth or legend if it's one that's pretty well known. I'm going to pretend that my research topic is Egyptian mythology, and I'm just going to go ahead and begin with that. And as I go through and I begin to search, I'm going to see that what's bubbling up to the top might not necessarily be mythology, but it's certainly, I'm getting results for ancient Egypt and Egyptian religion, and that's reflective of the early time period that my story has come from. So I'm just going to begin with Egyptian religion, but you can pick any article that you want. And I want to point out just a few key features that might be new to you. First of all, you always have the article, including a table of contents. I highly recommend that you use this table of contents to read strategically and navigate the sections of the article that you need. Chances are is that you do not need to read the lengthier articles in their entirety. So if you click on a link, then that goes specifically to that section. And here I could read about king, cosmos, and society, and how that was valued in the culture, and then that can help me think about where might that be reflected in my story and what does it tell me about the culture. So this is a great starting point. If you decide that this article is a winner for you, you have a printer-friendly version that you can use. You have the ability to email it to yourself. You can adjust the size of the font if you need it to be bigger or smaller. You can listen to the article as you read it. We also have our citation tool. To cite anything from Britannica, you will need to click on the check mark. Okay, right up here is a check mark. It defaults to MLA style, which is perfect, and then we're going to copy that link. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go to EasyBib. Since we don't have the ability to export or send the citation directly over, we have to use the copy-paste feature. And we do this by going to all 59 options. Okay, all 59 options. And then we're going to choose Other. Write and paste the citation. If you are using Firefox or Chrome as your browser, and you do have the ability to install Chrome when you're here on campus, then you will be able to paste that information in pretty cleanly. Okay? You'll also be able to see all of the entry. We're discovering that in Internet Explorer, this box gets compressed and it makes it difficult to edit the entry in case some of the formatting doesn't carry over. If I look back at the original entry, I can see that Britannica School is italicized and that I will need to do that too. So I'm going to highlight that text and I'm going to apply the italic tool. If you're on campus using Internet Explorer, simply paste this and you can edit it at home in Firefox or Chrome. Or if you want to install Chrome today, then you can edit it easily on campus. Now I'm ready to create the citation. Notice that we are not ready to add annotations because we are in the very early stages of search and nowhere close to drafting an annotation at this point. We'll have conversations about that in a few days. We're going to go ahead and click Create the Citation, and now that's automatically going to be added to my EasyBib list, and I'm just going to leave that open. Okay, so that's a quick introduction to Britannica.